Hey everyone, it's Crystal Neat here with your May 14th, 2020 daily tarot reading. And this card wanted to pop out. I'm pulling from the Osho Zen deck. Overall energy for, let's see, for the day. All right. So we have mind, sharing, and the master. All right. Well, the mind card obviously is stressed. It's all of these little gadgets and gadgets and nooks and crannies and all kind of stuff going on this card because it's just too much going on in this person's mind. And it looks like it's stressing this person out. And of course, when we think too deeply into things or when we allow our mind to keep going and going when it comes to a situation or a circumstance that we can't quite figure out, it causes us to have issues within how we're processing things, how we're speaking. What is our evaluation? Or, are we responding or reacting? The mind is just so tricky and everyone's is different. Everyone has their own perspective of how they see things and view the world. And oh my gosh, you can see how it can easily be challenged. And when you find people who are like-minded, that's why it feels so good. Because it's like, finally, somebody who sees things the way that I see things or views the world how I view the world. Now, I do find it much easier when you consume yourself with like-minded people. We don't have to agree on everything, but we are like-minded. We have ideas that everyone should be able to express themselves freely, or maybe as long as you treat others like you want to be treated, like whatever that looks like of like-minded energy, that's what we prefer. Now, with it being in reverse, it might be a little out of whack today. All the cards were in reverse. And I just went ahead and turned them back around. So I think that that's the way that they should lay, but we might have a harder time with that because I still am keeping in mind just a little bit that the cards were in reverse. All right, then this offering card, it's like you can't offer someone something that they don't want or that they won't appreciate. You can, but they might not give you the response back that you look for. The sharing obviously is about saying, I have this and here you go. And some of you all, I feel like today are questioning that. How much have I given to this relationship? How much have I given to this job? How much am I getting versus I'm giving? And I think that we get into this breaking things down of, yes, having a generous heart is amazing and it's a lovely thing to do. But anything overdone becomes just spoiled at some point because you can't get obsessed with something too much or do something too many times. It becomes irrelevant or it just doesn't help you anymore. So look at who you're giving to and how much others are giving to you today. Yes, we don't like to live this kind of tit for tat life. Most definitely. But we do like to make sure that things are in balance and that things are in harmony. So when it comes to giving, just make sure that the person who you give to today is also giving to you also in whatever way they see fit. All right, and the last card we have is the Master. Ooh. And I love how the moon is behind this Master. It's like this all-knowing shadow light. Like this person knows everything, has so much wisdom, knows the forest, understands the moon, possibly even talks to the moon. This type of, this dominating energy. All right. So with that being here, watch it. Just make sure that you're connecting with this master energy in a very high frequency, like a very high frequency. Maybe it's you are connecting with the moon cycles and finding yourself keeping up with how you act when the moon is in this place versus that place. Maybe it's looking at who has control over you in your life. Am I being a co-creator within my reality, or am I just at the mercy of someone else? So more than anything, what I love about this is seeing things from a bigger point of view, with that moon being behind him. And I do think that the moon does kind of hold this wise energy, so you really really have to be wise. And even look at this card, it's like, look, she looks like she's serving him. And it's driving her crazy, maybe. So who are you serving? Who are you helping? Who are you sharing your energy with? Are they giving you balance back? And maybe for some of you, it is balance. Like, this is so light and this is so dark. So on a good note, it could be finding that hidden aspect of yourself, and really, I guess, kind of acknowledging your shadow side. I think one of the worst things that we can do in life is not acknowledge when we are wrong, or don't acknowledge the idea that we could be wrong. Because sometimes we just get into thinking that we're so right. And it's like, sometimes you're so wrong. And we all have been in that situation where we thought we were so right about a situation, and we were so wrong. And so just thinking a little bit more about things like that on a day like this. All right. And then we have, just to finish things up, we have the Hermit in reverse. So somebody is coming out of isolation today. If you've been not talking to somebody for a while, maybe it'll probably drive them crazy, and maybe they'll finally say something, or maybe they come out of this isolation or something like that. But you also have and you don't have to overdo isolation today either. I'm not saying go have a party, but the Hermit card is saying spiritually, even if you've been in this place of like hideout, you can come out. You can feel prosperous today. You can feel love today. The Chariot is here, which is a blessing somehow coming your way. This message is going to resonate with a lot of Virgos and with a lot of Cancers. It'll resonate with all of us, but that energy is very strong within this reading. So know that you are, but one thing that the Chariot does, and so this is how the cards get even funnier, because it takes that spiritual isolation. The Hermit is something like a monk, but he's not getting too caught up in that, to where he just feels like, I know all and all people are just dumb. He doesn't get into that. And then look at how the Chariot is often depicted as, normally it's the Sphinx, and they'll have the white and black horses, but in this one it's just, they use two different colors, blue and purple. Okay, but it's to symbolize the light and dark energy that lives within us all. And once we conquer that and say, hey, I used to be an alcoholic, but I'm not anymore. Or maybe I do have an alcohol problem and I just don't want to acknowledge that. Or maybe I'm mean. A lot of people tell me that I say things in a very mean manner. Maybe I need to look at why is that coming off like that? Where is that coming from? And yes, those conversations with yourself can be very uncomfortable, but they can also bring so much enlightenment. Okay. So I really, really like this. As with every day, we have to really find the blessing in it all. Okay. So I do like that balance of both light and dark. So I hope this helped. Okay. If you all need to get a private reading with me, you can always do so by emailing me at crystalneath@gmail.com. If you are interested in my tarot course that will be starting a little bit later this year, always feel free to hit me up about that too. Have a great one, and I will see you later.